Good evening and welcome to Barber's Arms Christmas special. Let me just get my little Christmas turkey hat on. We're all ready. Episode 35. It's Christmas time. Merry Christmas, everybody. Episode 35. There's no guests tonight. There's no interviews tonight. This turkey's driving me mad. We've got loads of people coming in to join us for a drink tonight in the Arms. Some of our top fans that's joined us. We're up in between 25 and 40 guests in tonight. Me and Gaz will start off with a bit of a news desk, and then we're going to go into different rooms and have a beer with all our guests tonight. And then me and Gaz will take you up to closing time to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. It's Christmas! Welcome to Barber's Arms, episode 35. December 18, 2020. What a shit year. Let's try and fetch you a bit of joy with the main man himself, my co-host, one of my bestest mates ever, Mr. Gary Machin in the house. Woo!
Thank you very much, sir. How are you? And welcome. Hope everybody's having a really busy week. We are, as Simon's just said, episode 35. We had some great guests last week with Paul, Jack, and Michelle. 70,000 viewers. Thank you so much to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great week. And welcome to our Christmas party. This is your second one of the day for you anyway, isn't it, mate?
It's second one of the day for me, mate. I've been presented all week. It's been a really good week. Everything's weird. It's different, socially different. I was at RHQ and we had our end of year presentations and staff excellence awards. Very emotional. Thanks to everybody at Wahl today. It was unbelievable. I've been down there since Wednesday. What a company, what an MD we have, just everything. I'm made up. I'm emotional about it. It was superb. I'll talk to you a bit about it later, but I felt a bit more like me today. And I was great yesterday. We did a presentation for East Durham College yesterday, which was good. And it's nice to be on Barber's Arms tonight. Hopefully we get thousands and thousands and thousands of views. But Gary, I just want to say, to end, this is our last show of 2020. We've had 35 episodes we've brought to you. That's something that started just as a bit of fun. And I said it on this careers talk yesterday. I think without this show this year, I have to say I would have cracked up. This show has given me a bit of me every Friday to present. When all else failed around me, everything had seized up. My job is to be in front of people and to present. And that all were taken away from me. I can't thank Trevor Studd or Jackie Holian or yourself for everything that you've done. Without this show, I would have struggled. And this show has really kept me going. So thank you to our nearly 4.5 million viewers that we've had. Wow, fuck me, unbelievable. And I'm over at Moon tonight to celebrate with you all. Not celebrate what's happening in the world, but celebrate what's happened on Barber's Arms. It's been an amazing trip for both me, Gaz. I hope we fetched some light candy to you all. But Gary, it's been an amazing 35 shows, mate. I'm spending every Friday with you.
Well, I can just say exactly the same thing. Without you and the guys having something to focus on, it was, like I say, it's been a shit year. We have been busy in other things. We've got the shops to focus on as well and worry about as well. So that's always something we can go with. But tonight is all about celebrating great friends, great company, having a few beers, hopefully meeting some of the guests from the previous year. And meeting, most importantly, some of our fans as well, some of the people who watch us every week. So we've got some great things in store. We've got, the barmaid's been really busy. We've got crackers, we've got a little buffet, we've got some great drinks to show you. Got my Christmas jumper on with my little Rudolph nose. So you know what I mean? He's feeling a little more like Christmas.
Hang on a minute. I've got a fucking live turkey on my head.
I tell you what, I wouldn't like to eat that one after it's been around your bonds all day.
This is it. We're having turkey sandwiches tonight on Barber's Arms. We're going to join you all in. I've literally drove back from Kent. I literally arrived in the bar probably about 15 minutes ago. So I'm psyched up. I'm all ready to go. I've got loads of energy for everybody tonight. I've loved doing Barber's Arms. I can't wait to see a lot of people. Me and Gaz don't even know who's on tonight. But
I know.
throughout tonight, we'll mention I'm going to mention some of my favourite guests, not to impede anybody that doesn't get a mention, because I think you've all been fantastic every Friday we've had guests. But I've had some real crackers on this Barber's Arms, and some people who I've probably not spoken to for a while. You know, I've really looked forward to it, Gaz. And you're the same. You'll have had you're not your favourites, but you'll have had people that you thought, oh, can't wait to like interview them and speak to them. You know, I think it'd be nice for us to say that tonight. Who's been one of you? We always put the pressure on people, don't we? We always say, "Oh, would you like to go out for a beer with? Oh, would you like to go and have a dinner date? Check it out. Oh, would you like to do this with? What's your favourite music?" So, Gary, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit before we start. 35 episodes, mate. You work all over the world anyway, and it's all stopped for us this year, but we're going to get back. We know we are. Get these vaccines sorted out. We will be back. This industry will be back. There's going to be a few more. Listen, you're in round 8 of a championship fight. Everybody out there. Northern Ireland, we're hearing that Boxing Day you've done for 6 weeks. Wales is going to go into similar kind of trepidation. We're in a championship fight. You're in the 8th round. You're probably a couple of rounds behind. But it's 12 rounds. And when it gets to that March and April next year, things are going to level up. We're going to fucking smash it. But Gaz, who's been one of your favourite guests that you've had on so far? Who have you loved to interview?
I think for candor and honesty, I thought Nick Carosia was really good. He gave us an insight last time into America, how everybody felt, you know, what we were all going through. I thought it was really, really honest and positive. I'm going to be greedy and have 3 because I think from a UK point of view, I thought you know, Big Errol, I thought he really surprised me how good he was, and you know what such a nice fella he is. And again, really, really honest. I thought he was really great company. I'd love to go for a pint with him properly when we're all settled. But also, do you know what? With most guys, I thought from a guest point of view, I think when they open the heart and not feed us the bullshit that, you know, the persona and everything else, I think just being honest on the show. I like the people who've got something to say and almost open the soul a little bit, you know what I mean? And not give us the usual questions. I mean, some of these guys, they interview for a living, don't they? You know, they've done so many interviews that I loved the Errol thing where he showed his soul a little bit and give us a few honest answers. Like, I thought he was really good. And of course, Rachel's, you know, fantasizes about him all the time anyway. So he's got to be one of mine anyway. I'll never live up to that size of that man, will I? You know what I mean? So
easy. I'm just trying to have a little shot, though, based on your favourite guests. So a little bit of moonshine. This one is the Bitter Rose. We'll have a little bit of moonshine. It's Christmas. A little bit of moonshine in my life.
Well,
a little bit of Gary on the side.
This one is a Jackie special, 100%. I'm not going to do a massive one of this on this week because he absolutely...
Jackie's on tonight, by the way, everybody. Everybody who's watching, Jackie's going to be in the rooms tonight, hosting our guest that's waiting in our rooms that we don't even know about. Cheers, guys.
Nope. She'll be jiggling festive bits tonight for us. Good out, Jackie, and everybody who's watching.
Woo! Woo! I'm not working tomorrow, though. You are. Easy, Tiger. I have to say, then, from my point of view, guys, one of the things that was happening in the summertime is that when Barber's Arms started to get serious and we're like, wow, look at the views that we're getting. Can you remember, Trevor, and I know you're listening in Australia, and Jackie's in one of the rooms, and Gaz, can you remember when we used to watch the figures each week rise up, and it got to 50,000, then it got to 100,000, then one week got to 150,000, then we got to 200,000, then it was like 250,000. Then we had Ali Machin on, and we had Jawed Abid from India. India, you rocked it. 405,000 views in 1 week. And it was every week there was a competition, but you guys really did rock it. In 1 week we had, nearly 500,000 views. But for me, same as you, I love Daryl's candour as a British hairdresser of the year nominee for 20 years, most ever. I thought his interview was fantastic. Such a gent, such a majestic individual in this industry. Whether you're barbers or hairdressers, what an interview that were. So look back at that one. I'll never forget Gary Jackson, who was our first ever guest on Barber's Arms. Gary, yeah. I know you're watching tonight. I know Mary's in there as well. So, Gaz, I know that you're having a tough time at minute in Ireland, but I'll never forget you were the first guest that we had on there. I'll have to say Joff as well, because Joff was the first one that got dressed up for Barber's Arms. He wore that beautiful white suit, and he really set the precedence that this is an event. And Joff from Savills, that was fantastic. But probably my favourite one, and the one that probably killed a lot of, not killed, but, put a few things to rest as well, was interviewing Bill. I really enjoyed it, interviewing Bill. We were so close as I was growing up as a young man, and it was an amazing time to have him on the show. And, it was one of my favourite interviews that I did. So very fond of all of them memories so far. And we've got loads coming up in 2021. We've got exhibitions. We've got education. We've got loads of stuff. Don't forget to follow me on my Insta, which is Simon Shaw Wahl on my Insta. Gaz is the British Barber. And then we have Barber_Arms for Barber's Arms. On our website as well, for all up-and-coming events, we've got the barbersarms.co.uk. And if you want to email us, it's the barbersarms@thebritishbarbers.com. Gaz, are we ready to enter one of these rooms?
Yeah, we're not far off. Do you know what? Another one I was just thinking as well. I think it was a turning point for me as well, because we needed, when we went up to Leeds and saw Johnny Barber. I thought his interview was great,
fantastic.
But also, I think we needed that as well. I needed to get out. It was, it was in the middle, and I thought, from our point of view, it was good to meet up with you guys as well, and we got on the road, and I hope we do a lot more of that when everything starts relaxing a little bit as well. But I thought that was a really important, and as you said, if we missed anybody out, we've indulged ourselves really a little bit at the same time, haven't we? We've wanted people on who we wanted to interview. We've had interesting people on, people we've worked with, people I've never met before. And so, we're going to have a lot more people on in the future. We've got great plans, great things happening. So I think, watch this space. We're going to have a great... And if anybody out there really, really wants to see somebody on the show, let us know. As Simon's just said, you can find us on Instagram, go to the website. If you got any ideas for the show, just send them in, and we'll try and fulfill your wishes and get people on who you want to see on the show as well.
We've got loads of people.
I think we're ready to go into one of the... Oh, yeah, definitely. What are you actually drinking tonight, other than the moonshine? What's your tipple for the night? What are you setting yourself up on?
Usual stuff: liquid Valium, Desperados. Desperados have been in touch with me, by the way, and said that they're absolutely loving us drinking Desperados on Barber's Arms. No shit. I'm just saying, I'm running low. I'm just saying it. If you want to send a couple of cases over to me, then you can do so as well. So, that would be really good. But no, it's been an amazing journey this year. And I think what's really important for us, I know we're going to have a laugh tonight and a beer tonight, but this show's took a serious turn as well. People want to see the people interviewing on Barber's Arms. We ask them the questions that some people will not ask them. And it's funny, I watched the Fellowship Awards last week, and Ken Picton at Ken's Bar, and they had the Ken's cocktails, and they were like, "Oh, I think I've seen something like this, a formula like this before." Barber's Arms is going to get stronger. The platform will get stronger and bigger. We've got new sponsors coming on as well next year, along with our main sponsor. And I think it's an important part at this point as well, just to thank Wahl UK for their associate sponsor with us this year, and the British Barbers Association. Thank you for funding the show and making the show what it is as well. So I can't wait for 2021 with it. We're not back till the 8th of January, so we've got a few weeks off, a few Fridays off. Neither me or Gaz like them Fridays off anyway. We feel weird when we've not got a Friday off. But just going back to that Leeds one, Gaz. It was red hot.
Yeah.
We had a few technical issues setting up in the bar. We got back to the hotel. We literally, this is just life, and people think sometimes it's glamorous doing what we do and traveling the world, but I think we got back to the hotel. We had 25 minutes to shower, change. I was first down waiting for you and Joff in the taxi. Everybody had masks on. We had to go back up to Johnny Barber's bar in Leeds, and it was red hot. We had a great guest on that night, Matt Glennon, who's an ex-professional footballer, G27 barbering, grooming, Matt Glennon. And it was really good that night. We had a few guests in there. It was a bit like TGI Fridays. It was good. I enjoyed it. Very good.
It was. He just needed that bit of normality, didn't we? Back, you know. Plus, we met up for a beer because we were able to then. But talking of Matt, I've kept in touch with Matt because he roams around the country, doesn't he? He's a bit of a football pundit as well, isn't he? So
yeah, works for BBC.
Yeah, he was down in Stoke covering the match, and we beat them, and it was quite funny because I said if it was any other time he could have called around and had a beer with me, but obviously we couldn't even meet up because we were in tier 3, like, so it was just one of those things. But you know, you make some great friends. I'd never met Matt before, got on like house on fire. We had a great night. So it's just these little things that make it even more special memories, aren't they, as well? So it is,
and I heard yesterday on the news that over the weekend that British public are going to spend £2.5 million every minute over this next weekend on Christmas shopping. Don't forget, if any general public's watching this, I know we get non-barbers and non-hairdressers watching us, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow and Sunday. Don't forget to get any hair products, any electrical products from your local barber or hairdressing salon. Buy your vouchers for your family and support your local barber and support your local hairdresser. It's really important in these times that you do support that. Guys, are we ready to go into the rooms?
Yeah, I think we are. And can I just say before we go in, just one, I've just seen a message pop up off our great friend, Jonathan King. Jonathan, hope you, all the family are fantastic, mate. I know we haven't spoke for a little while, but I agree. Look, he looks better than ever, but we would like to see less of his face, wouldn't we? So he's talking about you, Simon.
You dirty Irish bastard. Johnny, well, he'll phone me tomorrow, you know. Johnny, phone me tonight when we've finished. Johnny will phone me tonight. Hey, there, this everybody. You want to be on the show? Yeah. What's you and Gary there tonight? Is it all right? Oh, okay. You want to be on the show? Potato. Johnny, phone me tonight. We'll put the world to right. Great guy, Johnny. Did really well for the industry while he was with us in his role. But you know, great guy, and like you say, keeps in touch with us as well, which is fantastic.
He needs to get into politics now. Oh, Johnny does, and get Stormont, put them in the place, sort it out, mate.
Right, anyway, let's head to the next party, guys. Let's see what's happening in the other rooms. Let's go to the other rooms. Let's see what's happening in these other parts. I hope I'm comparing them, mate, and I hope I'm presenting you with that award, bro.
Oh, so they are, mate.
We got Bobby. Bobby, are you there? You're muted,
I'm here,
Bobby.
Guys, what's up? Merry Christmas.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey.
Who else we got in the room? We've got Sal.
Yeah, go on. I'm challenging you to pronounce my name correct.
Olazamikaya.
No, come on, Gary. You've pronounced my name so many times, you know, on stage. It's almost Kaya.
Ujal, congratulations on managing the new shop, and we've got Bullen there as well, who's owning the shop. Congratulations, guys, opening the new shop. How's it going? Okay.
Yeah, it's in my background there. So yeah, it's good. It's picking up. We opened at great time, you know, after lockdown and Christmas period. And we're getting great feedback and reviews already. So we have already repeat customers coming in. So we got a good team. I'm working with 3 great talents, so it's good.
Good. We've got also in the house, we've got Adrian, all the way from Canada. How are you, my man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm very well, mate.
Adrian.
Long time no see, mate. How's things over there in the big cold?
Oh, it's cold, man. It's cold. We're looking at lockdown 2 soon, so.
We already been there.
Oh,
dear.
man.
Hey, can I all introduce you to the barmaid of the Barber's Arms as well? The love of my life, Miss Rachel Bishop. She's there, Rachel.
Rachel.
Yes.
Rachel.
Alison, you can be the love of my life if you want tonight.
Simon, Miami, I love you, life. I love you. Mwah.
What about us?
Yeah, but what happened to the love of my life? Where is she?
Yeah.
She's gone to another party.
Can I just say a big thank you, please? And I won't get it out now because it's going to be for your eyes only, Ross. But I've had a present come through the post today. I've got my own sporran.
Where's my fucker?
I'm going to be wearing that with nothing else, and I'm going to.
Don't you worry, son. Don't you worry. You'll be getting something through.
Are we having a shot together, guys? Alison,
Yeah.
Bullant.
Cheers, Simon.
Cheers.
Shot.
No, I'm going to be saying, long may it long reek.
Rachel, are you having a shot with us, Rach?
Merry
Yeah,
Christmas.
I've got a rum and coke.
Rachel, I wish you were my barmaid. I'd be a lot nicer to you. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Christmas.
Cheers.
Christmas.
Everyone.
Woo! How many rooms you guys have? How many are we here in total across the world?
We've got between 25 and we don't know, to be honest. The production team have set this up, so everybody's. We've had a lot of people come in and apply to come on. So with a bit of luck, we're going to have 3 or 4 rooms. We don't really know the numbers because, like I say, me and Simon, it's a surprise for us as much as it is for you. So we've all been split up into different rooms, and we're going to spend a little time with you, and then we'll all come together at the end and have a cheers. So
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the invite anyway. So.
Thank you. Thanks for the invite as well. Appreciate it.
Bobby, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. Sorry about that. I was trying to finish up quick and I got caught a little behind.
Are you okay, brother?
What's that?
Are you okay?
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's, life's different, but you roll with the punches and keep moving, right?
Yeah.
You know what? You've got such a great outlook. I mean, I know we worked together in Salon International. You were one of our finalists. You came over for the photo shoot on stage for us. Great ambassador for North America over here in the UK. But I just love your accent as well. You are the typical. It just sounds fantastic. You were made for radio. You've got a radio voice, not TV, but you've got a radio.
Yeah, right. I got the face for radio too, right? Yeah. No, it's that little bit of the Chicago accent still coming out. So yeah.
You know what, Bobby? I've missed Chicago this year so much. Normally, obviously we're based in Sterling, so I normally get to Chicago about 4 times a year, and I have been desperate this year. I have missed it. Normally, if I'm there now, this time it's so cold, but that's my start of Christmas when I'm in Chicago. It's unbelievable. So I've really missed being out there in Illinois.
Well, it's kind of crazy because, I live right across the border of the river in Iowa, and from state to state, it's crazy how much it changes up.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago, the hairdressers, the barbers, they're still able to work, but most of the other hospitality services have been shut down, and they're expecting a shutdown probably coming up. Iowa is a little different. We're a little bit more spread out, a little bit more rural, so that kind of helps. But going back home is tough. It's tough to see friends. It's tough to see them, really kind of going through, it's tough to watch across the sea, the ocean, what's going on. I can tell you right now, everyone is pulling for everyone. And it's one of those things that it's so cool. I can't tell you enough about, Barber's Arms and the BBA, what they've done for putting out the education and like really getting ahead of it. So it gives somebody something positive to look forward to and something to try when they're able to get back behind the chair. And I just want to say thank you so much. And, kudos to you guys.
Thank you. That means such a lot. And, if we're doing one thing right, when we have comments like that, Bobby, it's absolutely a pleasure to be part of. Thank you very much, mate. Do you know what? We had a great night out. I met Simon with a bunch of guys in Chicago. I did my first baseball match at Wrigley Park in Chicago as well. So we got some great memories of beer and sport and everything else, Simon, haven't we?
Yes,
if you
it
saw
was
those,
really nice.
If you saw those chairs behind me when I was cutting hair, those are actually from Wrigley Field. So I'm a huge Cubs fan and go Cubs.
Just while we've got you all in this, before we move on to the other rooms, guys, we'll go through you all individually anyway, just to have a little say. But Ross, I'm going to come to you first. Ross, you've been there from the beginning on Barber's Arms, and obviously with Jackie and everything that you've seen the development of this. So I'm going to ask you in a minute, what's your favourite moment on Barber's Arms out of the 35 episodes? But Ross, congratulations on getting through to the Shabba Awards. Runella's a fantastic brand in Scotland. Whenever I've watched you work, you're absolutely a true pro. I'm hoping I'm there to compare it. I'm hoping that when I compare it and you're the winner, I'm on stage at the same time, bro. So I'm really hoping for that. I've missed you. I've not seen you in person since, well, I'm going to say January, but you came to my 30th birthday
it was
in
Manchester.
January.
Manchester.
Well, you came to me 30th in January, but then we had a little bit of a meeting, didn't we?
Yeah.
At Jackie's, and which was really nice. We had some food. So Ross, I'm rooting for you for that, mate. But
Thanks.
Ross, what's your favourite moment on Barber's Arms so far?
There has been absolutely loads, but to be honest with you, the one that always sticks in my mind is when you interviewed the guy from India. God, I can't remember his name. You know,
Jawed or Alim Akim?
Ali Akin. Yeah. It was brilliant just listening to him. I loved that. Oh, and I tell you, I there was another chap that was on the Gary. You know him quite well from America. God, I can't remember his name now. But anyway, there was two guys that were on, one from America, one from India, and they've always stuck in my mind as being a fantastic show, just from enthusiasm, education, and you know what they did. I mean, the one I was thinking about from India, he's the one that's got like loads of salons all across.
That's Jawed Amin.
Was it right? I was just fantastic listening to his story and what he did and how he got there. Just amazing. I loved that. I mean, you know, I've known a lot of people that have come on, and obviously good friends with Rick. Love when he's on. Love listening to him. Love him as a guy. But I think the guy from India in particular just stood out to me as being a fantastic evening. Loved watching it. Loved it.
Fantastic. Gaz, I'll do a couple, then you do a couple, because we're going to move on quick. Alison, your favourite part of Barber's Arms? What's been your favourite show so far?
My favourite show was, there was a couple. The one when you fell off the stool was hilarious. You know, and no, my favourite part. Yeah. No, my favourite part was when I like the guy from America. I think it was New York. I can't remember his name, and he was just such an inspiration. The way he spoke and how lockdown affected him, and oh my God, he was.
Nicarajo.
Oh, I loved him. He was such an inspiration.
Gaz
totally
as well.
Him. Oh,
Gaz said that tonight.
I'd love to meet him in person. Actually, I think I could spend hours just speaking to him. He's just an amazing guy.
If Trevor's listening as well, maybe we get Nick back on in the new year.
Oh, totally.
And to do that. Gaz, over to you. We're being told to move on as quickly as we can here.
Hello.
Yeah. Billy, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Gary.
How are you, mate? All right?
I'm absolutely fine. I've been so pleased to be here. Thanks for the invitation as well. It's nice to see you all.
We've given you you, Jal, some much barber love. I know you've taken a brave step and you opened a new shop last Saturday, didn't you? Yeah. Mr. Barbers in Birmingham.
Absolutely. And also I think there was a Friday. We're open on Saturday, but the day before you have had a conversation with Paul and Carl.
Yeah.
I did watch all that interview as well, which is great for the industry. You bring in asking that question and giving more value for the barbering industries. I think you bring in the connection is like a moral for the whole industry. It's just great things to be done by somebody, and you and Simon been doing these things. I think it's great things. So the Mr. Barber, we opened on the 5th, and that was soft opening, and the 12th was official opening, and we done really, really well. And on the first day, the official day, we done the charity work, and Ujal and team, they done very well for the food bank. So yeah, it's going well.
Excellent. Guys, we're going to have to leave you in this room, but stay where you are. We're going to come back to you because the sound for everybody live has gone down. So we're having loads of people message us that the sound in this room's gone down. But Trevor's asking if you can stay where you are. We're going to go to room 2, and then we're going to come back to you. Just stay where you are, guys. Trevor, if you can take us over to room 2. Amazing. Gary, I can't wait to come out to Northern Ireland when it's safe to Hollywood. We need to have a beer. We need to have a night out. Me and Gaz will be out there. I can't wait to see you both. And thank you for your amazing support on Barber's Arms. You've been there from day one. And Mary, you're a complete. You instigate the chats on our chat rooms. It's not unnoticed. Sometimes I don't get back to you, neither does Gaz, because we're busy. But we see everything that we do. And without people like yourselves, this show doesn't exist. You are our top fans. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Barber's Arms has saved our sanity, mate. Do you know what I mean? From the first days of lockdown, looking forward to Barber's Arms on a Friday night was one of the highlights of the week, you know?
Definitely, definitely.
Gary, I'll come to you in a minute, guys. You can have a couple of these, but Carl Smith's in the house. Carl,
how you doing?
Hey. My local drinking partner, Mr. Carl Smith's in the house with his festive hat on. Smithy, I'm up tomorrow, so I will come and probably see you tomorrow. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, no problem.
Carl, going through these 35, I know you've been watching this from day one. What's been one of your favourite memories of Barber's Arms while you've been watching us through these episodes?
I really enjoyed. I'm a bit biased here, but the show we Wilkie and Smooth, obviously from Barnsley, so a bit biased, but yeah, I really enjoyed that because I've known both, I've known them for years, and yeah, it was good to hear them a different, an old school perspective on our trade. You know, it was good. I really enjoyed that.
I have to say, guys, before I pass over to you, because you've got 3 guests to speak to there, and there's a Canadian lady who wants to speak to you shortly. I have to, Brian. I have to say that, guys, for everybody that needs to know, Gary and Mary, everybody who's in the room here, who else we got? We've got Mark, we've got Jamal.
You get my pins.
The next day, and I'm in Barnsley on a wet Tuesday where there's nothing happening. He'll phone me up and say, "Do you fancy going for a beer?" We're going to us local at 4 o'clock and get fucked. That's the man that really does damage Simon Shaw. So if anybody needs to know all the thousands of views we're going to get, look in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's Carl Smith that's to blame for making sure that I'm damaged. Gary, over to you.
Well, it's lovely to see you all. Welcome to the Barber's Arms, all of you. I'm just going to go to our first guest. Cheers, everybody. I hope you've got a tipple in your hand and you've just all had a very busy day. So good out to everybody anyway. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. Cheers.
Now, we've got a very special guest on here. He's been called all sorts of things by all sorts of people, but to me, he was my Canadian wife for a long time. Mr. Brian Guam, how are you, sir? You're in the house.
Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Hello, guys. You're looking festive as usual.
Oh, thank you, sir.
I brought a buddy with me, if you notice, a couple buddies back behind me, huh?
Yeah, I recognize that photograph, and I'm sure you're going to tell everybody what it's about in a minute. But
you know, they stay with me, Gary. I'm not saying a word. All I know is that it's a good thing we had helmets on that night. That's all I can say.
Now, Mr. Brian Grom, he's the guy who's the fixer when I do all my work in North America. He's an absolute gentleman. For everybody out there, he has been on the show already in the early days, but an absolute legend within the industry and a really, really nice guy. Taught me all the ins and outs of the North American market, and took me a lot of places. And we've had some crazy trips, mate, haven't we?
We have. You know, it was great being able to spend that much time with you and the BPA and getting to know the British side of the business, and of course bringing it over to North America was a treat for me. And I'm very proud to see you guys doing as well as you are. You know, Simon is taking good care of you. I can tell. I try to watch every Friday at the end of my my day over here, which is 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'm always excited to hear your accents and enjoy your shows. They touch me and bring warmth to my heart.
Oh, that's fantastic, Ryan. Is there anything particular? I mean, you know a lot of our international guests. So has there been one particular moment that you found funny or you enjoyed the most? What's the best moment of the Barber's Arms at the moment?
You know, they've all been wonderful. I have to say, every time I've tuned in, it's been amazing. There's every time I see it, something catches my eye and brings warmth to me, as I mentioned earlier. But to be honest, I just really enjoy you two. You guys are a great dynamic. I think you have. I think there's going to be wonderful things that come from what you're doing, and I encourage you both to keep it up, because it's great. You guys have a natural flow, and I'm amazed because I've seen you on camera before, and this is totally different. And it's funny you brought up Nick. I didn't watch Nick's interview with you. I have to watch it, but I remember that episode. That was remember that at Nick's place where. How many sets did we take? How many times?
What do you mean? I'm one take Machin. I am.
Oh, yeah. You're maybe one something Machin, but not one take. I can tell you that.
Ladies and gents, I'll just let you know quickly was we were shooting an educational video, and the intro took longer to film than the whole video when I was cutting. So. And I'll let you think about that anyway. But Brian, it's an absolute pleasure to see you, mate. I miss you so much. Hopefully, we'll be in North America very soon.
Yeah, well, once we come out of this craziness, we'll invite both of you here. I know Simon gets over quite a bit, and I'm sure he's looking forward to coming over as well, and hopefully we'll see each other at a show. Maybe Vegas apparently is on for the end of August, so let's look to meet up there, because I think, wouldn't it be great to come out of all this in Vegas?
Well, hold on a minute. That would be no, it won't be good actually, Brian. It'd be fucking awesome. Let me just book my tickets now. I'll see you in a bit. Can you get me some tickets to Vegas, please, in August? Because I'm fucking going no matter what's happening. Get me a mask, get me an oxygen thing. I'm sorry. Me and Smith is on his way. All right, thank you.
Yeah,
right, we're booked.
Cheers, Brian. Right, we've got our next guest, Mr. Jamal Fazal, Jabalabadi himself. How are you, Jamal?
All right, boys. How are you?
Good.
Very well. What are you drinking tonight?
Oh, Dead Man's Fingers.
Oh, proper rum.
You've got to have had that before, haven't you, guys?
Yeah, I bought the barmaid a bottle for a birthday. Dead Man Fingers spice rum, absolutely lovely.
You know, I'm a vodka man, but honestly, this rum, it's amazing. I love it.
Jamal, I've had loads of comments though. I've worn my Vagabonds t-shirt for the last 2 weeks.
Have you?
But where I've been in Barnsley, sometimes they'll go and go, because there's a few. I have to be very careful. What I'm just about to say then. There's a few people who are not very good at spelling or reading. Right. So somebody said to me in Quality Save, because I like to go in Quality Save as well, because sometimes you get some good bargains in there. Somebody said, Venga Boys.
I've had that before.
Venga Boys.
I've had a customer in before. Simon.
I said, it says fucking vagabonds. You. And anyway, but yes, thank you for my t-shirt.
No worries. I've had the exact same thing, mate. I've been in the
Very
shop.
nice. Very nice.
Just rang up on the phone and says, "Where are you?" I says, "I'm at Venga Boys." I said, "No, it's Vagabonds."
Hey, Jamal. I mean, this young man goes. I mean, he's a credit to what he's done and what he's achieved. He's got his own barbershop now, his own staff. But Simon, he was my apprentice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says, and like Carl just said there, his favourite show were Wilkie and Boo, and not that, you know, he trained at those places, but he has respect for the people, don't you, Carl, of the older generation. And Jamal's always said about you guys. So I think it's great when you've done well on your own. I love your t-shirts, pal. But look, listen, I sort out. Look, I'm in Adidas tonight. The company's throwing. Look, I'm not just saying it. Marks and Spencers. I'm a bit short on boxer shorts. If you want to send me some stuff, you can send me some stuff. But whatever I wear, it suits me. I can go to Primani. It suits me. I can wear a Venga Boys top, and it suits me. Whatever. Mark, you know, don't you, mate? I look good in old. So whatever's got to happen. You what, sorry?
I'm not saying no.
Well, you will in a minute because Gaz is just going to speak to you.
Yeah. Jamal, how's lockdown? How's the business suffered, or have you been busier than usual? Have you been how's it affected you?
To be honest, it's been nice to just, obviously on the show, it's just been nice to get an insight onto what is going on up and down, obviously the country and all over the world as well, with different guests and stuff. But it's just been nice to listen to other barbers and like hairstylists to find out basically what is going on. But to be honest, from my point of view, it's been obviously it's been difficult. Obviously moving from like walk-ins to appointments, probably same with yourself as well. But like a lot of the customers, they've actually preferred it. I'd say probably 9 out of 10 customers have preferred doing walk-ins. So that's been really good. I was quite worried about that, to be honest. But other than that, it has gone really well. It's gone pretty smooth. Obviously the lockdown in November was a bit of a blow. I wasn't expecting that. I did say that wouldn't happen, but obviously it did. So now we're working like mad to just put the hours in and stuff now. So that's all you can do, really. You just got to go on, haven't you, and try your best.
That's it, mate. We just got to keep going. Well, it's great to see you, mate, and I'm sure we'll have a beer as soon as we possibly can.
Yeah, and yourself, mate. Yeah, and yourself.
Oh, cheers. So, Mark, you've been waiting patiently. How are you, buddy? I know you're one of our great fans, and you're another local guy as well. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you, mate. You?
Fantastic. So, just let everybody know where are you based and what you are, and what's your business called?
I'm in Sneyd Green in Stoke-on-Trent, and my business is Barber
Perfect. And we know you from old, and you know I know you, but obviously our viewers don't. But how's things been? What have you been watching the Barber's Arms through lockdown, or is it something you just? I know you're always there. Every time we look at who's watching, you're always there, and it's great to see you. I guess you're in the shop now, are you? Have you just finished?
Yeah, no, I live above the shop, so I've come round.
All right.
Do you know what, Mark?
Dedication.
Come in.
No, Jamal, listen. Guys, listen. You know what, Mark? Do you know when I retire or when I want to, and this is no disrespect to where you, do you know one of my dreams in my head is to have a really beautiful barber shop where I've got an apartment upstairs. Even though I travel all over the world, what you've got. So I think it's an important message that sometimes you look at people and think, oh, he travels all over the world, or this person does this, or this person's got 15 salons or whatever. I'm going to be really honest with everybody that's listening. One of my ambitions or dreams would be to it'd be fantastic just to totter down. I went into work this morning at Wahl. I was waiting to get in the door at 6:30 this morning. I suppose if I lived up above and I'd do the exact same, I'd love to come downstairs, open my shop up, probably work late, go back upstairs. It's a fantastic thing.
Mark, I know you've watched us all the way through. You've been there from the very start. What's one of your favourite moments? What's just for, this is a question to you now as well. I mean, when we very first started, it was a bit of a giggle. We want to get information out there. Now we're having production meetings twice a week. It's moves. We're going onto the education platform. In the early days, did you realise how drunk we were getting towards the end of the show?
You got very rosy cheeks on a regular basis on the early days.
No, what?
Caught you going live, mate, a few times.
Do you know? Everybody asks everybody what the favourite moment is. You know, the favourite moment of mine was when Simon was so drunk he went to the toilet and left his mic clipped to it.
I remember that.
And we heard him get in the toilet all the way through.
It's good job I ain't doing what I shouldn't have been doing. Listen, there's too many memories of you when I've had to carry you through last bits of the show, and it's been like, well, it's good night for him, and it's good night for me, and I'm fucking bollocks. Yeah, folks. Gary, Mary, please vouch for me. Has Gary been more drunk on these shows than me?
Yeah.
But the thing is, and what you all don't know, and I have to say this to everybody, is that there's sometimes that I make the big mistake, Mark, of joining him after you've all gone away, and even Carl know, because Carl sometimes phones me, and I'm still on with Gary and Rach and Trev and Jackie sometimes till an hour after the show. That's the mistake I make, because he's the master. I'm not in his league.
I tell everybody on a Saturday morning how much he drinks.
See, I told you.
Do you know what? On that,
counselling ready for you, New Year.
We need a shot. Come on, everybody, let's have a shot. Good health, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Carl, I've got your beautiful Christmas box, by the way, Mr. Smith. No, it's not that.
Apparently, there's no sound being promoted on Facebook. They cut us off. I don't know why, but apparently that's what I'm understanding.
Well, we're getting loads of messages about that, and I think after this room, because we had to break the other room up really quick, Brian, thanks for that, is that we're going to go into the main room, but Trevor's recording it. So a lot of our views come on recorded afterwards. A lot of our views come tomorrow and through the week. So I think Trevor's conquered it, and we're going to have sound. But guys who are watching us live, just bear with us, because we're going to move into the new. We're going to go into another room in a second. But Smithy,
Brian,
I've got you a nice present tomorrow to join us on Barber's Arms every week. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Good health, man.
Cheers.
But I will say it's going to when it gets reposted tomorrow. When it gets reposted, which will be later tonight for Trevor, but you'll all have it by tomorrow. It'll all have sound anyway, because it's all been recorded.
Oh, that's great. Because I was thinking we might be able to pull a George Carlin and say the 5 words you're not allowed to say on television, or obviously Barber's Arms, but you guys say it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, you still can't say it, Brian.
You notice,
right?
Simon, I noticed you picked up an oversized version of the glasses I have on. I don't know if you've noticed, eh?
Yeah, I went on your Facebook and copied you, Brian, and I wanted to look like you.
Oh, that's funny, mate.
You look like fucking Jesus of Canada. Hey, of course I wait for whatever you do, Brian. Brian, can you remember when we all went to the Weber Grill in Chicago?
Oh, I still have pictures of that, mate. Are you crazy? Or you looked at it, I was like, we actually looked semi-normal there. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I think I was 4 stone lighter before the meal. Guys, can you remember the Weber Grill in Chicago?
Oh, it was absolutely awesome. If anybody ever goes to Chicago, they've got to eat there. But that particular night, we had Rob Braid with us, Joff, and quite a few others, and we had We had a
Colin
great
from
team.
Scotland.
Yeah, we had a great crew out that night. It was a really good night. I've got the photos as well, Brian. Brian, I'm just checking
Simon,
out as well.
Wait,
I know
Simon, the
I
next time-
use them.
Yes,
I
Brian.
was going to say, Simon, when we're down in Orlando next time, I'm going to take you to an Argentinian place. Gary knows about it. It's a wonderful restaurant. I think you're going to enjoy that.
Well, Carl's coming with us, Mr. Stella Artois, in the top middle corner there. So I'm going to fetch Carl with us. And I think Carl might, when I dip out, by being a fanny and being very professional, I think I'll send Carl in as my number 12, and Carl will match you all for drink.
Bring it.
So you can say, I'm going to send Carl in. He's going to do what I can't do, and I'll do my bit on stage, and Carl will then be able to say, I smashed them all. Listen, mate, I drunk them all to sleep. That's it. Carl, we work as a team, bro.
Yeah.
There you go.
Brian, I know you're still waiting for a haircut, but you know it might be a while since I come over. You know, he waits for me to cut his hair every time we go over. We might be waiting a bit longer, man.
18 months, bro. 18 months. It's growing. It just doesn't end.
You should talk to Jamie.
Yeah.
Moving that plant all over.
Jamie Rogers, how are we, sir?
His mic's on.
It's on mute.
Switch is on.
Jamie?
Yes, I'm here.
All right.
Everything's okay, yeah, so far so good, one day at a time.
What you drinking, Jamie?
Right, I'm lucky enough today to be drinking the Russian Standard. It just so happens to be the gold label, so comes with a little bit of a warning. Very nice. Only a tipple.
Like it.
Oh, baby.
Only a tipple, mine.
Jamal, I love
Guys,
that.
we're just having a message off our producer for the end of the show. It will send you some information to go to another room from this room. So just watch out for your emails or your messages, that they will send you some information to send you to another room for the end of the show. Okay.
Tell you what, we need some of this moonshine.
Got loads of it here, 100% proof. If you want it, and this young man here, the Canadian in the Montreal from the top, he knows where I got my first taste of moonshine from. Mr. Frank Gambuza nearly ruined me. I was working the next day in one of the. He is absolutely lethal.
Does he exist, this Frank Gambuza? He's been coming on our show for the last 38 fucking shows. We've only done 35. I don't even met him here. Anyway, just before we leave you and go into the next room, can you just tell us all where you're from? Carl Smith, where you from?
Barnsley.
Mark Walters, where you from?
Stoke-on-Trent.
Brian, where you from?
Hey, Breton, Nova Scotia.
Jamal.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Stoke-on-Trent. And Jamie.
Wythenshawe, formerly in Timpley.
Fantastic, mate.
Guys, they're going to send you some messages where they want you to go for the end of the show. We're going to now move to the next room. There's been a few technical differences with sound and stuff, but we're going to see you all at the end of the show as well. But thank you all for joining us. Thank you for watching every week. Brian,
cheers, boys.
Jamal, Carl, Mark, I know you've been, Jamie, I know you've been there from day one. We cannot, I love it, Mark. We cannot, Mark, you know how many messages I've had from you drinking Barbicide? Especially when you're sending me messages saying, when I'm drinking Barbicide, I don't know what the fuck this government's doing. But guys, we can't do this show without you guys following us every single week. It makes the show what it is. Real core hard barbering followers, fucking brilliant. Love you all. We'll see you at the end of the show.
Cheers, boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next room, guys.
The Barber's Arms, how are you all tonight?
Oh, it's Gary.
Hey, thank you.
He's Santa in real life.
Mr. Simon Shaw's just joined us. He's in the room. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get round to you all tonight, one by one. We're gonna have a little word with you. Thank you very much for joining us. I know some of you have been in another room already. We've had a lot of trouble with no sound in some of the breakout rooms. So welcome if you've just joined us. Welcome back if you've been with us earlier. So we're going to go from the top down, from my screen, and we're going to introduce you all and welcome you back into the Barber's Arms. Ali, can you just unmute your button, please?
She is unmuted. It just looks like she's muted.
Can you hear us, Ali?
We can hear you all right.
Ali, unmute your button.
That's it.
Yay!
I was unmuted earlier on.
How are you, Ali? Okay?
I'm doing fine, Gary. How are you?
Good. You're back with us, Alison. We've got Ali McCann as well. Are you back on with us now, Ali?
I'm here.
Who's these beers?
Can you hear me?
Ali McCann, can you see
Ellie.
Ellie McCann, not Ali. Ellie.
Ellie.
So it's the way that Gary says it.
Too much alcohol.
I can hear everyone.
Oh, welcome to the Barber's Arms, Al.
Thank
How
you.
are you?
Yeah, I'm good,
What
thank
are you
you.
doing tonight?
Well, believe it or not, I'm having a cup of tea.
Oh, it's
No
a coffee.
way.
I know. I'm having an Alice day.
I hope
You too
I
bad.
hope there's something, a little bit of extra something in there, a little whiskey or rum or something. Well, welcome, guys. Anyway, Jake Machin, if you can be quiet, please. If everybody doesn't know, this is my my son and heir, the middle one. Jake, unmute your button.
No, Trevor keeps muting people. See, Gary, people have found out.
Can you hear us?
Gary,
Yeah.
people found out tonight that you and Rachel are in a relationship. Some people didn't know that.
Oh,
Just come out.
Hey.
Oh, we've got some more people here.
Who's in relationships?
Gary and Rachel.
Oh yeah, that's his barmaid. Yeah.
Apparently.
Listen,
Nice
he doesn't get away
hair,
with
mate,
abusing
nice
people
hair.
like he does.
It's a secret one, though. Nobody else
Gonna have to
knows.
come
We
down
keep,
to fetch another
we keep
drink.
on. We keep our names separate for professional reasons.
Yeah, I didn't know, and it says Gary always hided this from us, so we didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Ellie McCann, you had one of our guests on, I think, last week when we asked them what their favourite drinks is. I think it was Andy Willis who's just won the Wahl Barbershop of the Year. What's your favourite drink? Cup of tea. So you're not on your own with that one. So let me just give you a round of applause. Hang on a minute. We're going to try and do that.
Oh no,
from here.
there's somebody else with a cup of tea somewhere. Oh, we've got Santa.
Look at that. Gobble, gobble.
Santa is.
What kind of room is this?
Yes.
Have we got to guess who Santa is, or do we know?
Robert.
I think the Santa might be Robert Grosvenor.
I know him.
Robert, are you in the house, Robert?
Is it?
You've got to unmute Robert.
Is he here? Is Robert here?
Well, I
He's
think
there.
everyone's saying it's
Well, I think
You're right.
Guys, listen. If you can't see everybody on your screen, if you're on an iPad, you can scroll to the left. If you're on an iPhone, you can actually keep scrolling, you will see everybody.
Can you hear me now?
So
yeah, we can.
yeah,
Simon, how's your nuts?
There you go.
Oh dear, Robert, what you like?
I know. Do you know what, guys?
You need a beard trim.
I know. Can anyone help me? Can anyone help me there? Do a big good beard trim.
Yeah.
I never knew Santa was a brummie.
Well,
you need a Ross.
Gary, can you hear me?
Yeah.
These are the best. How are you, Ross?
Yeah, good. Thank you.
Is my sound on?
Hello?
Hi, Robert.
Robert. Robert.
Oh. Yeah.
Robert, we've got a question coming in from our audiences. What bleach have you used on your beard? And your trim?
not that again, Solomon.
Okay, now, well, it's fucking beautiful. Right? Fair play to you. People are asking, how do they get an eyelid tint on your beard?
Right, guys, can we talk one at a time, because we're having
no,
trouble
it's a
hearing
party,
everybody.
Gary. It's a party. When does
I
that
know.
happen at a party?
We've got Australia on. We've got Australia on the line.
We've been talking to Australia, haven't we?
He's been drinking martinis.
Yeah, on a morning, porn star martini, and then he's going to go and cut hair.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, Gary. Yourself, mate?
I just heard that. The
Lovely,
porn
eh?
star cut hair.
Really
Hey, Paul.
good. How's things in Australia?
You should all move here, mate. You should all move here. I tell you, it's beautiful.
Yeah, but what about the spiders and snakes?
What spiders and snakes?
Nobody told me there were spiders and snakes.
That's all bullshit. That is. That's just stop people coming here. You know, there's no spiders or snakes here.
Oh, really? Oh, that's all right then.
Just crocodiles and
They got
sharks.
scorpions and alligators.
We got a few, but they're all up north. Down south here, we're okay. There's no problem here.
Is that an invite for everybody then to pop round to yours?
Absolutely, absolutely. I've just got the beach house set up for about 400, so you're all welcome.
Perfect.
That's if you can get in, because they're not letting anybody in.
Yeah, we've got a member of staff that wants to leave us and come to Australia, but they're not letting in at the moment, are they? All your borders are closed, aren't they?
That's nothing to do
Even
with COVID,
the
that's
Australians can't get back in.
I'd be straight on that plane, guys.
Can I just?
No, but Gary, you're more than welcome, mate, because Hindley Street's waiting for you.
Right, we're definitely coming. I've been to Adelaide and we've done some work out there, but we're definitely coming to you, mate. As soon as we can travel, we are definitely coming.
Hey, you can have him for free, mate. You can keep him if you want.
If nobody ever knew, this is my son and heir there, Jake Machin in the middle there, and we've got a member of our staff, one of our rising stars, Mr. Ashley there. They're actually working they just finished and they're working in the salon still. They're having a drink in the salon straight
He's
after.
a fresh dad next year, Marmy, it says here.
Yeah. I'm having a drink in the salon. I'm about to start my day. You know, I'm going to do 9 hours straight, crazy, on a double shot espresso martini.
That's an Australian for you. Awesome.
Yeah, we're strong out here. We're tough out here. Yeah. I've got a question for everybody. I had a client came in yesterday, and she gave me these because her husband doesn't want them anymore. But she reckons they're 60 years old. Do you reckon these are 60 years old?
Oh, they could be. You're talking to the wrong man, and I think the man you need to speak to has just gone the back road.
He's gone where?
He's gone to the loo.
He's gone the back road. In other words, the toilet.
Yeah, I hold that thought till he comes back.
No, Gary, he's gone to the dunny.
The dunny. That's the one. That's the one.
What are these super tapers?
Are they?
Yeah, these are, So a client brought them in. Her husband's been using these. And they're pretty cool.
To be fair, I was getting worried when you said her husband didn't want them anymore and she just handed them in. I wasn't sure what you were going to produce.
Heavy?
Probably.
It looks heavy, yeah.
Now, I know...
I'm missing a cord.
I can't be 60-year-old then.
I know all of you have watched the show for a long time, but we've got a long-suffering member of the team, and it is Miss Rachel Bishop, who's just doing her hair in the mirror in the screen, I think. Rachel, can you give us an insight of what the Barber's Arms means to you?
Lots of cleaning up and tidying up the next day.
Yeah, I read.
A very messy
I noticed that tonight, because there's more people here, that you put your top on. Because Gary tells me your top is barmaid.
Rachel,
Yeah.
if you were topless tonight, we'd struggle to get you.
It's not that well, you know. It's like, it's
Listen,
That's
guys,
what
just while
barmaids
Simon,
do.
listen, just while Simon's away in the dunny, I'm just going to do our usual slot, which is our
Hey,
cocktail.
guys,
So,
we'll have Jameson's tonight, eh?
no, we can't have Jameson's because we're doing the North Pole.
Hi,
So the North Pole is some ice in there. We're going to have.
Sorry, Gary. Can we just say a quick hello to Pauline, who's just joined us because we lost her before and she's back.
Hi, Pauline.
Pauline.
And you on mute?
You're mute.
Hey, but we're not that fancy, so we're going to have Jameson's, we are.
All right. Remember, you're working in the morning.
Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. Hey, it's a sick day tomorrow. We haven't won one in 6 years.
Guys, why don't we ever let you go?
Right. So we're going to do our North Pole. We're going to make this for 2 people because Rachel's going to have one of these, the barmaid. So if you're going to make it to tone, I'll just tip it a little bit here so you can see what we're doing.
Are you guys in the same room?
No.
No, I'm upstairs.
Right, okay.
He's upstairs waiting.
So we need 4 parts vodka. So 4 parts vodka. 1 part Kahlua, which is coffee liqueur, if you like. We want 4 tablespoons of syrup, and we're using original Canadian syrup just because our guest on Mr. Brian go on. So we need 4 tablespoons. So that'll be about that. And then we need a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just a quick one, just get that in there.
This is going to be sweet.
Oh yeah, it's going in.
Gary, no, it's a teaspoon.
I know, this is a teaspoon. We need, the tablespoon is the chocolate.
That's your Swiss
So we need, yeah, then we've got chocolate going in there, our chocolate syrup, so we get that in there. Oh yeah, baby. This is going to be the one.
It's like elf, isn't it? It's like elf. More sweeties.
A little bit of ginger. So 1/4 or 1/8 of ginger in there.
That's warming.
Yeah. And then, guess what? We need cream.
Oh my
Half a cup of cream.
Is it double cream?
Messy.
Oh, yes.
Is it double or single, Gary?
Or full fat milk. Oh, yeah, baby.
Ow.
Here we go. So there's it in. Give it a little squirt. And then we shake it up. So this will give us our look. We mixed it all. You're gonna put some ice in there. And all we need the ice for, we don't need it to dilute, we just need it to cool. So there we're in.
Stop picking the Mickey.
We need our glass, so we're having a Collins glass here. A little bit more ice in, just a couple.
So any minute now, there's going to be a knock on your door because Gary's got one of these delivered for everybody.
Yay!
We're going to sieve this out.
Where's Marjorie?
Oh,
you thinking,
baby, this is
I've got a cup of tea. I'm boring.
Oh, mate, if you're running it down and pick your stuff.
I'm very boring.
Coming down.
Yeah, I'm just making.
Rachel, wind them up.
Rachel, you got to
She's
go
on
get
her way
a
down.
drink.
He's frozen.
So, just quickly, we're not.
He's
All
drunk
we're going
and
to
he's
do now is
frozen.
just to drop a little touch of cream in the top, just as we balance it on the top. It just floats to there. And then we got some ginger biscuits, ginger cookies just on the top.
Has he frozen everyone else? There you go.
Oh no, he's back. Yeah, he was a bit slow. Yeah.
And there we have it.
I could do that.
Come
Oh,
on.
could you? Do you like that, Mary? Is that your
In,
kind of
in one, Gaz. Gaz, you've got to get it in one.
Oh,
We'll just
look, they're together.
Yay!
Cheers,
They're
everybody.
Cheers. Cheers.
That's not social
Oh,
distancing,
guys.
if you ask me.
It's not.
It's not, but the barmaid is living there anyway, so that's all accepted. I just want to say,
it's a good job I'm not there.
Gary Jackson, married. Gary, you've been there from day when you were our first guest on Barber's Arms. I don't think we came to you on this one. What's been one of your favourite moments on Barber's Arms so far?
Without a shadow of a doubt, those two ledges from Barnsley, and then the other geezer, the guy from Manchester who had gone to New York. That show was unreal, mate. That was the best.
Good. Well, I love your show as well. Going back all them, 33, maybe 32 episodes ago when you came on, when we were still in the infancy of Barber's Arms. We had you on as our first guest in Northern Ireland, and you give us a nice report what were happening in Ireland at that time, and you've continued to give us them reports from Ireland as well. And you're just going to go back through another one as well in Boxing Day, is that right?
6 weeks, mate.
Yeah, so we're clearing off to Spain for 4.
Gary, honestly, and Gary and Mary, I can't imagine what you're feeling at the moment when somebody says to you that you're going to be closed again for another.
Do you know what though, Gary? Do you know what though, mate? Right? Seriously, I'm cool with it because this one's like a proper lockdown.
Yeah.
The last couple of ones have been just pathetic because it's only been hospitality and close contact services that have been closed.
Did they keep the dog groomers open?
What, Robert?
Did they keep the dog groomers open in Northern Ireland?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Don't know, actually. Good question. Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
It's us that got the toy for your grandson.
I know, and I was just going to thank you both. You're absolutely brilliant for getting that for us. And we'll send you a picture on Christmas Day. See these at the moment. I'll dress you.
You're muted, Robert.
Can I just bring Paul? Can I just bring Pauline into the mix because she just joined us? Pauline, are you there?
I'm here, thank you.
How are you, Pauline?
Hi, Pauline.
Hiya.
Nice to see you.
Troy keeps muting me. No, I'm not talking. Why is he muting me?
You're there. You're not muted. Now you are. Pauline, how's everything with you? Have you been busy this week?
Yeah. I haven't done many days this week. I've had family things I've had to see to, so yeah.
And Paulie, you came out to our first live event at Johnny Barber's. How did you find that when you were in the audience? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, you got me well drunk. You left me in the middle of Leeds. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, but I survived.
Well, you have to take a leaf out of my book, as I said to Gary, and Gary's vouched for me. When I've had enough, I just go to bed now. Where in the early days, I would carry on and get in a bad hangover. But I'll leave Gary to all that now. He's the one that carries on drinking and gets everybody drunk. I want to go over to Ellie McCann. Els, you look absolutely amazing. You lost so much weight. You look absolutely fantastic. I've been seeing you got through some finals in awards as well. So we wish you all the best for the British Barbers.
British Master Barbers. It was Sean that one. It was announced.
Sean win it?
Sean won it this evening, and I've got to say, his work is absolutely superb, and his picture was absolutely spot on.
I think Sean got through to our final as well as the Wahl Barber of the Year, so I'm glad he's won. I'm glad he's won that. But you've done some amazing work down there. I have to be very careful how I say this. Is it Devon or Cornwall?
Cornwall.
Cornwall.
Yeah.
But you've got a real nice community down there that you serve, and you do lots of work in the community as well. So I think you've done amazing this year. I've watched you join us into Barbers Arms all the time. You look amazing. You've done an amazing job yourself, and you're a credit to the industry. So whatever awards you enter, if we could give out awards tonight on Barbers Arms, and I'm sure that this show will get to a point where we give out awards. But Ellie McCann, I think you've done an amazing job this year. And I think you've done
Thank you.
And people like Alison Brown and Gary and Mary, you know, being with us, and Pauline, who've been with us from day one, doing the stuff that you've done in the UK and in Northern Ireland. I think you've done an amazing job. You look fantastic. It's been a tough year, but look at the positives that you've come out of this year.
Oh, definitely.
I watch all your comments that you do. I watch your Facebook stuff as well. Don't think I don't watch, because I do watch everything. My PA Charlotte, she sends me messages every Monday of people who to watch that week, and you're always in that top 4 or 5 people to watch that week. So congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Si.
Yes.
Could I just say something, right? First of all, Elliot, or El, that was a fabulous flat top you did, absolutely brilliant. But
thank you.
Could I just tell you this one little story, because it broke my heart. It really overwhelmed me. I was so just taken aback. One of our customers, right? One of our regular customers, he said to me, Gary, myself and my wife have been talking, and we've decided that we're going to offer to lend you our life savings. We know that you've had a bad time of things, and we're going to lend you our life savings if you want it for a zero interest loan. And he said to me, you can pay it back whenever you get back on your feet. I'll tell you what, I was totally overwhelmed. Who says that to you? And he was so serious. And he discussed it with his wife as well. Unbelievable, absolutely incredible. I said, sorry, Sly. I said to him, you know, I couldn't possibly take up on that, but that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me in my life. So our customers are just unreal.
Amazing. He had a tear in his eye. Al, he had a tear in his eye.
Yeah, I bet.
It was just emotional. It came running upstairs because Simon, you were talking about living above your barber shop. That's what we do. We live upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm not a barber. I've never professed to be. I'm coming from a nursing background. I was a staff nurse, but I've been helping on the floor, marshalling, sanitizing, temperatures, all that. So it takes them on a bit. But really, Gary came upstairs when somebody said that to him, and he had a tear in his eye, and I went, well,
amazing.
That
it's
testament to
stories like that have happened all across the country. But for all our viewers that's going to watch, obviously tonight, I think we've had a few sound difficulties, but in the week, and you know, we had 4.5 million views, and the people that surround this screen that's in front of me, you have been there from day one. So another 4.5 million people have been watching us. But Gary, I have to say, and I said it earlier, watch Gary Jackson's videos when he's talking about his own product range, and he does it with humor, he does it with fun, he does it with passion about his beard oils and his pucks and his smells and the things that he's got. And I've just said tonight, guys, people who are watching this tomorrow on Sunday, you know, you've got a few days left before Christmas. Support your local hairdresser, support your local barbershop. Don't go online and do it unless it's on their shops. Go in and buy the vouchers, buy the products off the barbers and the hairdressers, and support your local hairdresser and barber. Please do that. You know, I went in somewhere, I've just been in Kent the last 3 days, and I didn't need it, and I can get products easily wherever I want them, free of charge probably. But I went in, not that I use a sunbed, but I went into somewhere and I had some ultraviolet rays, and I walked to a barbershop and I bought some products. Do you know why? Because the guys look really professional. I just walked in, I thought, do you know what? I went in and I spent like 30 quid, and they're like, well, do you want an haircut? And I'm like, no, I'll just buy some products off you. I did it because they were busy. They looked very professional. They got visors on. They got masks on. They got gloves on. They're doing things right. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to walk in there. I'm going to buy some products that I don't even need. I'll just give them out to some of my mates. But I did it because they were doing things right.
Nice.
Right. And Paul,
Let's go for a toilet break, boys.
Paul over in Australia, you know,
Yeah.
when you came on the show, you spoke brilliantly about your business and you spoke about the retail aspects of it as well. And, you know, I think it's very important that in 2021, everybody who's been involved in, you know, watching this show, we try to promote the local barbers, the local hairdressers, and buy your products from the professionals.
As we know.
Yeah. Adrian, are you still there with us? Adrian in Canada. Adrian, can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
I know you still. We're talking about retail, and I know you're working, and it's great that your store in Canada. Just let everybody know where you are and what you're called, Adrian.
Sure. Located in Burlington, Ontario, and the shop's called Barbers Lounge, and this is my retail.
Honestly, Adrian, I worked at Adrian's shop, his store. He's in an actual shopping centre, but he actually offers all barbering services. But it's the biggest, best retail of barbering services I've ever seen in my entire life. He sells absolutely everything, and it's a huge part of your business, Adrian. And I'm sure if anybody ever came over to see you, they'd be absolutely amazed because you are a store with the barber shops attached. Is that right? How I explain what you are?
Yeah, we're a retail store with a barber shop.
And you take the retail business to another level. I mean, how many lines do you stock?
To be honest, I'm not sure, but we stock about $100,000 worth of product on a regular.
I mean, you guys, if you ever need a masterclass in retail, this is the man you need to speak to. He is an absolute legend in his own area, but we've worked with him very closely with the BBA as well. I've worked, in fact, I've taken clients in your shop for you as well, haven't we? We did shaves, haircuts. I worked with you all day, and your staff are second to none, and it's a fantastic. Is there anything, I know you watch us on a regular basis, is there any favorite bits or is there anything you want to share with our viewers?
Well, so I would say for the BBA, I like the pre-shave oil and shaving cream. Those are the best. But when it comes to retail, like online, support your local, don't support Amazon. And the barber is the one who knows the best. You know, don't read only reviews. Ask your barber, ask your local hairdresser. They'll give you the best advice.
I think that is the best advice we can actually get, because when you actually work with your barber, you build a relationship with your barber, they know what you need because they will tailor it to your exact needs. I think that's absolutely fantastic advice. I'll let you go, mate, because you're with a client still, and I know it's really hard because of the time differences, but I really enjoyed working with you, mate. Hope to see you soon. Love you to death. Love your store. We'll see you later, baby.
Thanks, Gary.
Guys, I've got one more question before we leave this group. Paul,
Gary Simon.
Yes.
I have to go, mate. I have to go. I've got a client walking through the door.
Okay, mate.
It's been a pleasure getting involved with you guys. I should have got that other South Australian in here for a drink, but he's a bit weak, isn't he? Really, So, but he's the one that's messed up all the sound and everything. Anyway, so
yeah, you give me some.
I don't know what Trevor's doing. I mean, he's short. He's definitely not having a drink. But I'm going to go into a nice 9 hours of straight madness. Merry Christmas to you all, everyone in the UK.
And you.
Yeah.
Have a great Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm going to go and kill myself now.
Mr. Dare, love you, mate. Have a great Christmas.
And
Have a great Christmas.
Nice to speak to you all. Nice to be involved with this whole group. But yeah, it's now opening time at the Dare Salon.
Good luck. Have a great day, mate.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.
Good day, mate.
Cheers, everybody. Ashley, can I just ask you just quickly? I know you. I know time's heading on, and Jake's left you alone. You're there in the shop now. You just finished work. I know we did a shift. This young man, he's just come out for his 2-year apprenticeship. He's now taking clients. He's got a full column. What do you love about, or what made you get into the industry, Ash? I know you're a great lad. You've got a family, or you're building a family. You're looking forward to Christmas, as we all are. But just give me 1 or 2 points. What made you get into the job, and what do you love about barbering?
One thing I love about barbering is the custom, especially with our shop, guys. We've got a really consistent clientele where you've got the same amount of customers coming back, and they're all really sound. You can really get on with them. Just speaking to customers in general, it's great. And the reason I got into it was it just seems like a great, I don't know what the word is, but long term, everybody's going to need an haircut, and it's just a really good job get into in general. And I'm extremely happy I got the apprenticeship at this shop. I'm qualified now. I'm grateful, really. I'm working with a great group of lads. Have a laugh on the daily. You work with great customers. I wouldn't change a thing. Do you know what I mean?
And you know what? It's a pleasure to work with you as well, mate. And he got a distinction, fellas, in his apprenticeship as well, which was absolutely.
Hey.
Get the end up. So.
No, thank you to yourself and Rachel, guys. I want to got there otherwise.
It's all down to Rach. She's your tutor, isn't she, as well? Not only is she a barmaid, but she's a first-class teacher and a fully qualified hairdresser and barber as well.
Well done, pal. Well done. Gaz, I think everybody who's on the line, if we can get a little shot ready. Shall we have a little shot before we finish our little finishing speeches? Because you're all going to stay on. We're not going to leave you off this room. So we've got a little shot of moonshine. We're all ready for a little shot.
Here we go.
Pauline, are you in? What you got? Fucking invisible man. Shot. Ready?
We're having
all the best to everybody.
We're having a virtual.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. Well, it's come to that time of the night, guys, where we would normally finish with me and Gaz online, but you're all in the room. So I just want to say to everybody, I'm going to finish off and then pass over to Gaz. We now are at 9:30. Barber's Arms, it's flown again tonight. What a great show again tonight. Having you all as guests, amazing, especially the people that's been with us from the beginning. It means so much to me and Gary. And some weeks we don't, I see all the comments and stuff. Some weeks we don't get back to people. It's not that we don't read them. We read every single comment. And I think it's amazing. You guys have built the foundations. Jesus always said that if you built foundations on sand, then when the storm comes, they will blow away. We've built these on rocks, and you're our rocks. You're our rocks. Every single one of you. You're our rocks. And it's been a tough year. Been a tough year for everybody. And, I've said to Gaz tonight, coming back the last 3 days, being at Wahl for the first time since March. I've done about 15 days out, but I'm doing no abroad travel. The last 3 days I've felt myself. But Barber's Arms is one thing every week that's made me feel my normal self. And you've all been part of that. And I really, really thank everybody that's tuned in. You know, as I said, we've had over 350,000 podcast downloads. We had 4.5 million views. You're our rocks of those views. You're our foundation. I really thank you for all that. I wish you all a very safe Christmas. I know some of you are going to shut down on Boxing Day, and I think everybody else is going to kind of follow suit. Wales, and I know the UK, probably January is not going to look brilliant for us. But I do know, and I do feel, somebody asked me on a podcast, as a global leader in Clippers, as Wahl, what's your views for the next 4 or 5 months of 2021? And you know what I said to everybody? There is no exhibition company come to say to us, do you want to book space? So instead of saying to me, what's Wahl going to do? We're not going to do anything that anybody else ain't going to do. You know, the people aren't asking us to book space. So the future for the first 4 or 5 months of 2021, there is no exhibitions going to happen globally. And the only thing that we book for next year is Salon International. I'm hoping that with vaccinations that everything's going to start getting a bit more positive a little bit earlier. But from our point of view, we've got fantastic new products coming out. We we've got some great college things happening next year, and we're going to do some great education free of charge for a lot of people out there to give something back to the industry from Wahl, the #1 manufacturer of clippers and trimmers in the world. Very proud to work for him. Very proud to be the co-host of Barber's Arms. Thank you to Trevor Studd. Thank you to Jackie Olean for asking me back in May to get involved in this. April to get involved in Barber's Arms. It's been my saviour. Thank you to every single one of you that I can see in front of me, and everyone that's been our #1 fans all the way through Barber's Arms. I really, really, really appreciate everybody's following. And without you guys, this year would have been fucking shite. You've given me a rear up every Friday night. Thank you for that. Have a fantastic Christmas. Have a prosperous new year. Be safe. I'm going to hand you over to Gaz. I love you all. Thank you very, very much. Everything is coming from here. Love you all. God bless.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic.
Man, Merry Christmas.
I know we all follow those sentiments. Episode 35. 35 weeks of being with you guys on a Barb's Arms every Friday night. It's been emotional. You've seen us ups, downs, sideways, you know, warts and all. Sometimes I can't even bring myself sometimes to look at some of the early ones because I'm so drunk. Because it was such a fun. I honestly thought I was in the pub with the guys. I thought with you fellas, it was that good. Oh, Mr. Eric Landers decided to join us just as we're rounding off. You're going to have to stay for the after party now, you Johnny. Can you believe it? I can't even hear you.
But he's on mute, it's fine.
What? What do you want me to say?
Gary, Machin, please, can I just interrupt, please, for one moment? And I feel like I'm speaking for the majority of viewers. You're thanking us, you know what, from the bottom of our hearts, myself and Gary, and everybody on here tonight. We have immense gratitude to yourself and Simon for bringing this to us every Friday night. It has helped to restore our sanity in such hard times. And you know what? We just love the both of you, don't we, Gary? We really love the both of you. And I know everybody else does too. So thank you to both of you.
It's been awesome, Guy. Awesome.
You're brilliant. You really are brilliant.
Well, honestly, guys, when we have little messages like that, I mean, we have messages off you guys all the time. And I know we trying to speak to most of you, but we absolutely have loved every minute of this. And I've got a full spiel there, and just it's touching to know that people really appreciate I mean, you know, I've just said we really lost ourselves some weeks where we were just having such a laugh having a drink. You almost forget that we're talking, you know, sending this to 4.5 million people. Me and Simon having a pint, having a little giggle. You guys making it even better. Family, friends. We're all classed as a big family now. You know, we've always thought that about being a barbering family, but it just makes it so special when you can share that with us as well. From that, we just get back. We're back on the 8th of January, so we're having a couple of weeks off. I know everybody's got, you know, things to do. We can't do it next Friday because it's Christmas Day. Keep an eye out. We're going to do some festive vlogs. Me and Simon are going to do some funnies, hopefully, all the way over Christmas. We're back on the 8th of January for episode 36. Can you believe? And as I started last time, 35 weeks, unbelievable. It's flown in some ways, it's dragged in others, but we've all been on the same journey. So absolutely love you all. Mr. Eric Lander, who's just decided to join, are you on these long vodkas or something? Is that what's happening? Have you got lost in yourself or what?
Honestly, mate. So I've had my iMac and everything all set up, and for some reason I couldn't join. I've been here since 20 to 8 waiting for it. But now that I'm on my iPad, I've got a little something for you and Simon. You know that over the last kind of this whole lockdown and everything else, I've just got into making other stuff, doing things and everything else. And I've made a little Christmas present for you. So I don't know if you can see this properly, but it's
optics.
So I've made this for you, and I've made one for Simon. You need to tell me what optics you want to go in there, and then I will get these off to you. These are handmade by me, and the reason is because during lockdown, I was able to watch and listen, and yeah, you guys, you Gary and Simon, best friends that I've had for a long, long time. And once we got back to work, I've actually started to watch the Barber's Arms on a Saturday and a Sunday when I have time and I'm doing stuff and I'm at home, and I've made these for you because all of that whole, your cocktails and everything, Gary and Simon, as I say, you've taken me and everybody through some really, really dark times. And it's just a little thank you to you. So you and all the team, I just want to say, yeah, as I say, thank you. And Gary, I miss you. I miss you. I miss going away, traveling with you, rooming with you. You know, again, some of the stories we have.
What, even in Dubai?
Yeah, something in your eye and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So Eric, I always thought you were an elf. Have you been making those in your little workshop? You've been a secret elf all this time. I knew it.
So I came on tonight to, as I say, 20 to 8. I had a quick shifty myself, make sure just loosen myself up because it's been a long week and I'm working for the next 4 or 5 days full on. So
well, the thing is, though, you do know that you didn't have to buy a drink tonight, did you? Because you tend to come in last off when all the drinks are bought normally anyway, but virtually it doesn't work like that.
Well, here they are. Here they are for you. Handmade and dispensed by myself, by my fair hands.
Eric, I'm looking forward to it. It's the first time you bought your drink.
So, Simon, you need to let me know what a couple of bottles you want in your optics. Gary,
Dom Perrier in both.
Hey,
I'm
mate.
global, not local.
Hey,
you.
You know exactly where I'll have anything.
Hey, Eric, we miss you as well, mate. When we've seen you out globally, when me and Gaz have been travelling, or you've been with Gaz, never forget the time that you came to Dubai and you were all staying in some shit hotels, and you came up to my 7-star hotel where I were lashing it up. I had a really nice night that night, and you went back to your squalors. Well, I sat there with 4 or 5 maids around me, and then you said, "Who smells so good?" Gary says, "You smell so good. Is it you or your missus?" Well, it was me, obviously.
Hey, can I just say on that, and I've never let this go, and because nobody's watching, I just thought it was only we came to you because you weren't allowed out. Your lady thought she couldn't trust you to come home on time, so we had to come to you. That was the reason.
But what a fucking result for you two. You came to fucking luxury. Fucking hell, it was proper smart. You didn't pay for a drink all night. You're in beautiful hotels. There were like gondolas going around the hotel. Oh, it's the way that we live at Wahl. Beautiful.
Yes,
Eric, very nice gesture.
Simon, you can't beat Gettigans.
No, you can't. You can't, mate. You can't.
To be
Look, we've
honest,
had some amazing guests on for the last 35 weeks. 35 weeks, actually. Jackie?
Yes.
Trevor?
Oh, so let's get Trevor on.
Trevor's just
Let's see what
operating.
Trevor looks like.
Trevor, put yourself on. Let everybody know.
Can we get Trevor on? Is he going to put himself on there? It's very early in Australia.
Yeah. In bed.
Can Trevor join us or not? Can't join us. He can't join us. But Jackie and Trevor, thank you to all you guys, what you've done. Barber's Arms was your brainchild. 2020 has been a tough year, and hopefully this has been a breath of fresh air to everybody in the industry, like we said before. So well done, guys. We'll see you on the 8th of January in 2021. We've got some amazing guests queued up for that. It's going to be fast and furious. We've got exhibitions coming up. We've got education coming up, and we've got new sponsors coming on board. So it's going to be, if you think this year's been good, get ready for next year. We can't wait. We hope that Ross Miller's going to win some awards at the Shabba Awards. And everybody keep in touch with me and Gaz, Simon Shaw Wahl, Gaz is the British Barber, Barbers_arms. If you want to, on our website, which is the barbersarms.co.uk. If you want to email us, it's the barbersarms@thebritishbarber.com. Email us with any information. Me and Gaz will do some Christmas vlogs for you before we get back on the 8th of January. But up to that, have a fantastic Christmas. Thank you to all our major fans that are right in front of us right now. You are rocks. Thank you very, very much. But listen, Gaz, I fucking love you, mate.
Hey, I love you, baby. We'll be there. The time when can you imagine the party when all this crowd meet up again? We are going to have a messy night.
Lots and lots of hugs.
Fantastic.
Canada.
Adios, amigos. Merry Christmas. It's Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas all, and Happy New Year. Thank you for having us.
Merry Christmas. All the best, everybody.
See you all later. Can I just say, I couldn't do it all without 4 people, which is Trevor, Jackie, Simon, and the barmaid. Love you, baby.
Merry Christmas, Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel, Merry Christmas. By the way, thanks to Rachel, because she's a rock star.
Rachel, amazing.
Trevor Stud. I didn't mention him earlier, but thank you from everybody and everybody else's behalf to Trevor Stud for organising this. A1. Thank you.
Amen. Merry Christmas, everyone from overseas. Hey, can't wait to see you all again. You guys are all unbelievable.
Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. one. Have a prosperous one.